Hello friends, this video is the continuity of the previous video in which we were discussing about operators in the Python language. We have already done about unary operators, we were discussing about binary operators, and even in the binary operators we have done with the types of the binary operators, that is arithmetical operators, relational, logical, assignment. Only one type was left, that was bitwise operators. So today we are going to discuss bitwise operators. These type of operators are little bit tricky than the previous that you have done so far. So let's start with the bitwise operators. As I have shown you with the help of a diagram that bitwise operators are basically divided into 6 types. That is bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, bitwise tilde signs, that is ones complement, bitwise left shift and bitwise right shift. Let's explain all of them one by one. Bitwise operators are basically used. These operators does operations on bits. They do not do the work on the values. They do the work on bits. Bit, which is known as binary information technology, and in bit means binary means 2 digits, 2 bits. That means 0 or 1. In this case, all the calculations were done with the help of only zeros and ones. So bitwise operators in Python are used to manipulate individual bits of numeric values, and I have already shown you this with the help of diagram. So let's start with the bitwise AND. Bitwise AND operator is represented with the help of a ampersand sign. Ampersand sign you can see on the keyboard. On the digit 7 you can see the ampersand sign. With the help of shift and 7 you can type the symbol ampersand. In this AND operator, as I have shown this with the help of truth table, if all the inputs are true, only then we will get the output. If any of the input in this operator is 0, output will be 0. Or all the inputs are 0, even then we will get 0. Only output will be 1 in case when both the inputs are 1. Numeric values were converted first into binary form, then we will do the calculation. So first we will see how numbers are divided, how number is converted into binary. So let's go to the paint screen. Suppose you have number 20. You can change this number 20 into binary. This number, because this 20 is what? This number is integer, and you have to convert this in binary, because in bitwise you have to do all the calculation on bits. So it's necessary for us to convert it into binary. So how it is done? We have to divide the number with 2. 2 tens are 20 and the remainder is 0. Again we have to divide the number with 2. 2 5s are 10, remainder is 0. 2 2s are 4 and the remainder is 1. 2 1s are 2 and remainder is 0. But we will write it in this way. First 1 will be written, the remainder that is left with us, that is this part, and then rest. That means we will write it 1, then second one 0, then 1, then again 0 and 0. This method is known as double method. So to convert an integer number into binary, you have to divide it with 2, because base of the binary number is 2. Alright, and the second method in which you can divide it, do the calculation, that is done in this method, that is 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 5, 6, 7 and 8 if you are taking 8-bit digits. 2 raised to power 0 is nothing but 1, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 2 raised to power 3 is 8 and likewise. Suppose we have to write 20. How we can write 20? 20 is 16 plus 4 is 20. That means I'll require this bit and I'll require this bit. Rest of the bits will be 0, 0, and 0. This is also 0. This is 0. In both the cases, either I did with the previous method, answer was 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0, and even with this method answer is same. So no, whatever calculation we will do in this way. Even you are having built-in function in which you don't require to do this sort of calculation. There is inbuilt function, that is bin and int, where you can change it. Still I am explaining you. So let's do the calculation part. Let's do the work. So in this case I have taken example A is 10 and B is 7, and A is equals to 10 is represented in bitwise form as this one, and B is represented and this one as this one. So let's do it on ideally. Suppose I take A is equals to 20 and B is equals to 4. A and B answer is 4. How this is answer is 4? Let's do the calculation. If 20 is written like this, 4 will be written as this is your 20. And if you have to write 4, because you are taking A as 20 and B as 4, and when we were doing the calculation on ideally, answer was 4. So let us see how answer is 4. To represent 20 we did this calculation, and to represent 4 I require only this number. Alright, so rest I have to do this. I have to put zeros, 0 0 and 0. In truth table of AND, I have shown you that output will be 1 only if both the inputs will be 1. That means in this case only the value will be 1, rest will be 0 0 0, because I am doing this with the help of truth table. So you have also followed a truth table. So according to truth table, output will be 1 only if both the inputs will 1. I am getting only in this case. This is again what? This is 4. The answer was coming 4. That means that answer was right. So this is clear, bitwise AND. Now we will discuss bitwise OR operator. OR, as the name signifies, OR means any one of the two. Bitwise OR operator, it is represented with the help of a pipe sign. Alright, pipe sign which is above the enter key. If any of the input of this operator is 1, output will be 1. In OR operator, if any of the two inputs is 1, you will get the output. If all the inputs are 0, output will be 0. Alright, so let's see it with the help of example. 0 and 0, output is 0. If first input is 0 and second input is 1, we are getting output. In case input 1 is 1 and input 2 is 0, output is 1. Input both are 1, or even again we are getting 0. So let's calculate it with the help of program. Suppose again I do it A or B. Answer is 20. How this answer 20 is coming? Let's see here. This was your 20 and I have to subtract 4. So let's do one thing. Let's erase this thing. In that case, what we were getting, if any of the input is 1, output will be 1. That means what I have to do? I have to do, this is 0 and 0 0, 0 and 0 0. Again this is what? I'll get 1. This is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is again 0, and this is 0. This is what? This is your 20. So that means your answer is 20. Now let's discuss next, that is XOR sign, XOR gate. Bitwise XOR operators is represented with the help of caret sign. Alright, if odd numbers of inputs are 1, if odd numbers or inputs to this operator are 1, output will be 1. That means if any of the one input is 1, you will get 1. This I have represented with the help of truth table, that is 0 0 you will get 0, 0 1 you will get 1, 1 0 you will get 1, 1 and 1 you will get 0. Let's again calculate this. A and caret sign you will get above 6, and B your answer is 16. I think this you can calculate because I have already told you in AND case and OR case. So this calculation I think you can do it on your own. So answer is 16. Next one is your bitwise left shift and the bitwise right shift. First we'll discuss bitwise left shift. In bitwise left shift, what you have to do, you have to keep this thing in your mind that you have to shift the values by the numbers that they are giving you. In bitwise left shift, it is represented with the help of double less than sign. It is used to shift individual bits of numeric values towards left by a specified number of digits. Suppose you have given 2 numbers, that means you have to shift it to 2 shift left. So let's understand it in better way. So let's do the calculation here. I'll take screen. Generally it is represented like this: x less than equals to n, where x is your value that has to be shifted. That means x is your value that you have to shift, and n is the number of shifts. That means how number of shifts, that means how much shift you want to do. So this is number of shift. Let us take an example. Suppose we were having a number a is equals to 20. You know how 20 is converted into binary. So I am taking directly number 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 and 0. This was your 20. Now I have to shift it to the, suppose I have to shift it to left by 2. Then what we have to do, I'll do, let it be to make it easier, I'll put it in box like this. This is 0, this is again 1, this is box, this, let it be like this. Now we have to shift it 2 sides left. Alright, this is because this is left shift. What we have to do, we have to leave these 2 bits. That means you are going to discard these 2 bits. Then what we'll do, you have to put this 0 over here. This will be your first. Then you have to shift this 1 over here. Likewise you will do all the shifting 0. Then again this is 1, this is 0, this is 0, and now 2 bits are pending, means 2 spaces are left. What we'll do? We'll put zeros over here. We'll add zeros over here. So in left shift, the number of shifts, how many shifts you have to move, you will do accordingly. Let's see this with the help of this A2. Your answer is 80, and exactly this was the case where your answer was coming. So in this case you were getting 2 raised to power what? 2 raised to power 4 and 2 raised to power 6. Sorry, this is 2 raised to power 6 and this is 2 raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 6 is 64 and 2 raised to power 4 is what? 16. So that means 16 plus 64 plus 16 is equals to 80. The answer that we were getting was right. Now the next one is your right shift. In the same way we have done the left shift, we'll do the right shift. In right shift, what you have to do is you have to shift towards the right side. Bitwise right shift operator is represented with the help of double greater than sign. It is used to shift individual bits of numeric values towards right by a specific number of digits. Let's do it manually. This is the Joiner formula for this x. Now we'll put the sign greater than, x greater than sign then n, where x is the value to be shifted and n is the number of shifts. So suppose we'll do this thing. First we'll see it how manually we'll do, then we'll do it on the ideally. So if a is equals to 20, we will write it like this. How 20 is written? It is written as 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 and 0. This was your 20. So what you have to do? You have to shift it to 2 steps right. What we'll do? We'll shift it to, we will leave the 2 spaces first. Then 0 0 0 1 0 and 1, and in this case 2 spaces are empty, so we will write it as 0. If the number is positive, we'll put it 0, and if the number is negative, suppose a was minus 21, then the spaces left we have to put it here 1. But since number we are taking in the example is 20, we'll shift it to we'll put 0 over here. So let's see what is our answer. A left greater shift 2. Answer is 5. Now the last operator of the binary is bitwise complement. This operator is represented with the help of tilde sign. This comes in the category of unary operators because there only one bit is required. It flips the output. That means if your input is 1, output will be 0. If your input is 0 and output will be 1. Let's explain this with the help of inverter. When your mains are on, inverter is off, and when your mains are off, inverter starts working. So when you require this type of concept, then you will use complement operator. it is used to reverse the input. That means it flips the bits. If input of the this is 1, output will be 0. If the output is 0, it will be then 1. First of all, क्या होगा? Numeric values converted into bitwise form. Then individual bits are applied bitwise complement operation. After applying this operation, all zeros becomes 1 and all ones becomes 0. Let's explain this with the help of truth table. Suppose input is 0, output will be 1. If input is 1, output will be 0. Let's take an example. A is equals to 10. We have to calculate B is equals to negative A. How we will do? First we will represent A into binary form, that is 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then how to generate this negativity? You will flip all the zeros into ones and ones into zeros. Let's explain this with the help of paint screen. So what we'll do, suppose you have minus x, you have to calculate minus x, where let it be x is equals to 20. How you will calculate 20? 20 is 16 plus 4. This is your 16 and this is your 4. Rest will be 0, again 0, 0, 0, 0, and this is also 0. This becomes your 20, but you have to calculate minus 20. Simple method is, as you follow the truth table, you have to flip 0 into 1, 0 into 1, 1, 0, 0 into 1, 1 is replaced with 0, 0 is replaced with 1, with this is also 1, this is 1. This is your minus 20. One way is this, that you have to just flip the inputs. Another method is that you can calculate this with the help of a formula. Another general formula is to calculate minus x, complement x, you have to do minus x and then minus 1. Suppose your x is equals to 20, then how you will calculate negative of x, complement of x? You have to apply the formula, that is minus 20 and minus 1. 20 plus 1 is 21. When both the signs are negative, you have to put the negative sign. So another way to calculate this 2's complement to check this minus 21 is that you can calculate with the help of 2's complement. How 2's complement is calculated? 2's complement is calculated with the help of 1's complement plus 1. So what we will do? We will take 20, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 and 0. This is your 20. How you will calculate minus 20? You are already done. So minus 20 is nothing but 1, 1. We are flipping the inputs. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. By applying this 2's complement, means this is the 1's complement. Minus 21 means 1's complement. And now we have to add plus 1 to get what? To get 2's complement. So what we will do? This is plus 1. So you have to do right here 1. This is also 1. This is 0. This is 1. This is 0. This is 1, 1, 1. This is your minus 21. So let's check this on ideally. Suppose I write x is equals to 20 and now I have to calculate complement of x. This is coming minus 21, which we have just calculated. these things that you are converting decimals number, integer numbers into binary with the help of manual method. Suppose you don't want to do the calculation on your, so then you have a inbuilt functions. Suppose you want to take the binary of this number, this is bin, and suppose you want to calculate of 20, this is the binary input, a binary calculation of the 20. And suppose I want to check the integer, what I'll put, I'll write down these digits over here, this is 20. So if you don't want to do the calculations on your own, you have inbuilt facility where you can calculate the manually, so you can use the inbuilt functions. So in this chapter we did all the functions, all the bitwise complements, all the bitwise operators. That is, we have done that bits work on, bitwise works on the bits rather than the value. There are 6 types of bit types operator. That was bitwise AND, OR, XOR, NOT, bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift. Then we did the complement. Bitwise AND means calculation will be done in which case? When both the bits are 1, then it will be 1. Bitwise OR, in this way you can do bitwise left shift, means you have to shift the bits to the left. Bitwise right means you have to shift the values to the right. And complement operator is nothing but just the inverse. You have to reverse the inputs. If it is 0, you have to take it 1. If it is 1, you have to take it 0. Then again I have given a last in just a program, that is A is equals to 10, B is equals to C. You have to calculate C is equals to A and B. I have already given the result, output is 2. Then you will calculate C is equals to A pi B, that means OR, output will be 15. C caret B, that is XOR sign. Then B left shift I have used, then B right shift, then negation of the A. That all the outputs I have already shown you on the screen. This one you will calculate on your own and see that whether your result is coming right or not. If your result is right, that means you have better understood the concept of operators. So we have finished this concept of binary operators. Now we'll the pending 2 operators will cover in the next topic. Thank you.